There are so many exciting new releases from drugstore brands, more affordable makeup brands, and we are going to be trying quite a few of them today. And I'm also going to be giving you my thoughts on some of the things that I've already been trying out. One of the things that I'm so excited to try out is the new foundation balm by L'Oreal. I bought it in light medium and I cannot wait to try this one out. I think this one will be a smash hit, or maybe not. You'll see soon. I also have new things from NYX, Morphe, Essence, Makeup Revolution, so many good things to try out, and hopefully my makeup will come out cute. Let's pray. But before we get into that, we're going to talk a little bit about skin prep, and we are going to talk about today's sponsor, which is Dreamy. I'm so excited to have Dreamy back on my channel, and today we're going to be talking about their new LED mask, which is the Chroma mask. I've been using this one lately. My skin has been in a little bit of an uproar because of the moving process and everything, and I've been so excited to be able to use this one and to be able to get my skin to feel balanced again. Because we all know that a good makeup day starts with a good skin day. Using LED masks on a regular can have a very positive result on your skin. It can help you with acne, to brighten and even your skin tone, and also help you with fine lines. And the Chroma mask from Dreamy is such an easy routine to start, such an easy routine to keep, and I will say this mask is so comfortable. Do you see how flexible this is? It also comes with a pouch, like a little dust bag to store it, and this one you can fold it and you can travel with it. It's so easy to use and store, and it has this really nice cardboard band that just easy put it on your face. And as you can see, it leaves the eye area open, and it has this guard around so that you don't get the light into your eyes, so that you can be doing other things while you're using this mask. And this is why this is such an easy thing to add into your routine. Just 10 minutes a day consecutively can have a really great result on your skin, and it's so easy to implement into your routine while you're reading, cooking, relaxing, sitting by the computer, wherever you're doing. You can just continue whatever you're doing because the LED lights are not going to get into your eyes. So again, this is such an easy thing to implement into your skincare routine to get your skin to be the best version of itself. The Dreamy Chroma mask comes with 4 different modes. You have the Rejuvenate mode that helps support firmer looking skin and reduce the appearance of fine lines. You have the Balance mode that helps calm visible redness and support a balanced complexion. The Calm mode that helps support clear looking skin and reduce the appearance of blemishes. The Brighten mode that helps promote a more even looking skin and natural radiance. And it is also the only LED mask that comes with the Combined Restore mode, which is the mode that I've been using, and this is the full spectrum mode that combines multiple wavelengths to support an overall clear skin appearance. So not only is this the most comfortable LED mask out there, it also has 280 pieces of high power LED beads. There's only 1 centimeter from the skin, which is a very short distance to the skin, which makes them more efficient. And you know what I really love about this one? Not only is it like so soft and so comfortable, it is fully cordless. So this one you can carry it around. There's no cord to it. It comes with a remote controller where you can choose which different mode you're using, how intense you want it, and how long you want it. Everything can be done with this remote control, no cords. And this little battery, it comes with 2 batteries, so you can have one charged and one used. Like, it literally just pops right in with magnets, and you can control it from the mask as well. You just hold it in to start, and you can go through the different modes. So again, you're totally mobile while using this mask, so you can walk around, do your stuff while wearing it. So if you're also looking for something easy to add to your skincare routine to help your skin be its absolute best version of itself, something you can implement where you only use 10 minutes a day while you're doing something else, definitely check out Dreamy down below. I will leave a link to them down in the description box where you can check out Dreamy, read more about their products, and they also gave me a coupon code, and I will leave that down in the description box as well. And another really good bonus with using these masks is that I feel like my skincare really sinks in faster and easier after using it. So in nighttime, and I actually used it just now before sitting down, and I'm going to be doing some skincare. I do this for 10 minutes and then I do my nighttime skincare routine. I really feel like all the skincare just sinks in even better. So thank you again so much, Dreamy, for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into the makeup application. But since I just used this one, like I said, I'm actually going to start with some skincare. 2 of my favorite products that I like using before makeup is the Torridon Serum, the Dive-In Serum, which is a nice hydrating serum that again really sinks into the skin quickly. But of course, now after the LED mask, it's going to sink in even quicker and better. I've also really been enjoying the Cozier Black Snail Collagen All-in-One, and this is an all-in-one eye cream, but honestly, I actually have been using it like kind of all over. I just use a bead like this, and I have been using it all over because again, I feel like this one really like sinks in nicely and leaves a hydrated and smooth surface where I can put on makeup without it feels like hydrated, but not greasy. Because again, I do have combo skin. And if something is too hydrating, my makeup's just gonna slide right off. Okay, I'm gonna give that 5 minutes to truly sink in, and I'm gonna zoom in, and we can start with that balm. I'm hoping the balm will be as good as this one. I have it here. Ooh. As the Laura Mercier Balm Foundation that I've been using as of late. Absolutely love this one. It's so good on the skin. It doesn't get greasy. It doesn't like separate or look weird on the skin. It just looks super, super healthy and believable, and it wears wonderful, even in my oily T-zone. And I'm really hoping that the L'Oreal one is going to be a similar effect. Will it? Nobody knows. And I am going to be using a brush because that's how I've been using this other balm, and I kind of want to see if I can do the same. So this is the Singe FO1, which is the Singe foundation brush, and it is a little smaller because I feel like sometimes foundation brushes are so large, you end up getting foundation in your hair, in your eyebrows, in everything, and I don't want that. This is definitely, first of all, more pigmented. I'm gonna bring out a mirror. More pigmented than the one from Laura Mercier, or maybe this brush that I have picks up more than the Laura Mercier brush. I don't know. It smells a little like skincare fresh, not like fragrance, but there's like something fresh going on. It definitely works good with the brush, and I definitely feel like this is a good shade, but that also means that when I get some tan this summer, this will probably be too light for me. But usually a light medium will fit pretty good if I just have, you know, the smallest amount of tan. Okay. It looks pretty good. So with the Laura Mercier, I only had to like powder in my T-zone. I didn't have to powder my entire face, which for me as a combo skin has been really good because I don't get oily in my outer perimeter, only in my T-zone. It feels pretty good. I hope this will be a good result. It feels and looks a little bit more creamier than the Laura Mercier one, but I hope it's gonna work out well. I have one of the new, I've been using this a little bit, and this is the Essence Silky Blur Hydration Longwear Concealer. This one, I will say, this is a good concealer from the drugstore, but it's not my absolute favorite. It is a little heavier than I prefer, but if you like a concealer that has a little bit of creaminess to it, that is like pretty full coverage, I would recommend this one. For me, I like something that is a little bit more liquidy than this one. But if you like something that has high coverage and is a little bit more on the creamy side, I do think that you will enjoy this one. And I think honestly, for being such an affordable concealer from the drugstore, I do think it's a really good one, but it's not my favorite concealer from the drugstore. But I still enjoy it. It doesn't really crease on me. I just feel like it has a tendency of maybe looking a smidgen too heavy on my under eyes for, again, my 42-year-old under eyes that has a lot of fine lines. I do have the NYX Wonder Snatch powder here, and I will say this is a powder that is one of those like super, super finely milled powders that doesn't really give any color. It just like kind of sets the makeup. If you are looking for a powder that has a little bit of like almost like coverage to it, you know what I'm talking about, this won't be that. Like if you're used to the HD pressed powder, this has much less like, there's no body to it, because there's a little body to the powder from NYX, the HD pressed one. Are they still gonna keep that one? I don't know. Maybe they'll get rid of it now that like they're trying to go like talc free. Maybe I need to go and like look for that one. But I do like this powder, but it is like one of those like super, super finely milled powders that according to me has like basically no color to it. A lot of people have also been pointing out that there's not that much powder in this packaging, and that even though this powder is pretty affordable, it's, if you look at like cost per gram, it's actually more expensive than some high-end products. So I would only recommend this powder if you're the kind of person that's, you would rather pay less and get less and buy more often. If maybe you'd never go through powder, maybe you don't want to spend that much money at the same time, you prefer spending less but more often. Because I definitely see where people are coming from for that. Like sometimes I also prefer just buying smaller packaging and buying more often than buying the big one and saving money basically. But yeah, if you are the kind of person who goes through powder, I would probably recommend you to buy something that has more powder in it. But yeah, I'm only going to be setting under my eyes, around my nose, and on my chin, and like, yeah, my T-zone and my under eyes, just to see how this one is going to wear on its own, basically. I'm going to go do my brows and let this one set down a little bit, and we can try the new bronzer, because I did purchase the new bronzer by Morphe, and I also bought 2 of the Morphe the cheek thrills. I also bought the new lipstick from Morphe. I bought one of them. I will put in the description box all the things that I'm using, and I will mark whether or not I got them in PR or I bought them myself. I actually do think that I bought, now that I'm thinking of it, I actually think that I have bought everything that I'm using today myself. I'm pretty sure none of this was sent as PR. Before we get into bronzer, I just want to quickly mention, I've talked about this before, but this is the NYX Make & Wonder Soft Matte Buildable Foundation. This is one of the best foundations I have ever tried. It has such beautiful liquidy formula that dries down matte but not flat, very velvety on the skin, very thin formulation, so it doesn't look cakey or heavy on the skin, and the longevity is fantastic. This is a drugstore foundation. This is a very small packaging, but it is 1.01 fluid ounce, so this is a normal amount of like foundation, and it is absolutely amazing. If you have oily or combo skin, you're looking for something matte but not heavy with longevity, this is the one to try. I just wanted to mention that one again because I have been using that one so much. So let's get into the bronzer. Like I said, I did buy this one, and I bought it in Amalfi Coast, which is the medium one. Ooh, I bought the medium one? That seems very optimistic of me. I think I probably did get this one because of the undertone. Ooh, it looks very dark though. Oh, it looks very dark. Okay. So there is a cream and there is a powder, and I looked at the swatches, and I'm pretty sure I picked this one because of undertone. I don't want something that looks too pinky or too cool toned. So this one had more of a warmer yellowy undertone, and I'm hoping that's going to be correct. I'm going to use 2 brushes from Cinch. I'm going to use the F43 for cream and the F45 for powder. That's usually what I do with like bronzers. Okay, let's pick some of this up. It definitely doesn't pick up too much. Okay, let's actually use the mirror in here too. Okay, so this is definitely more of a firmer formulation. It doesn't pick up too much, but honestly, I kind of like that with cream bronzers. I think that some cream products are just a little bit too pigmented and thick, and I think they end up looking heavy on the skin. This one, it's kind of sheer but buildable. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the powder now, and I switch the brush. This one definitely picks up more. Yeah. I'm gonna just set this down. I feel like I went in a little heavy-handed, but I still think it looks pretty good. But yeah, I feel like I definitely went in a little heavy-handed. But yeah, this is bronzer one side versus not. I miss having a big mirror. Do you know how hard it is to do your bronzer in a mirror like this? Okay, I've let everything set down a little bit, and I gotta say, I think it looks really beautiful, but it is I was a little heavy-handed with the application. But I think still that the formulation is really good, and I gotta say, this balm is looking and feeling really nice. I'm very impressed. There are 3 different lip formulas that I have here. And oh, actually this one I did get in PR. I got this one in PR before I left the US, and I brought it with me. And it is the Blur Lip Shaper by Makeup Revolution, and I have it in Misty Taupe. It is like a lip crayon, and it does have like a little smudger at the end here. And I kind of want to just try all of these. I also have the Fat Matte from NYX. I bought one shade, and I got the shade Rose Robe, and I also have one of the lip locks by Morphe, and I got the shade, this one, Hitched Honey. So I mean, honestly, look at these shades. They're all the same. They're all the same, but I want to try this one first. Ooh, that's a nice formula. Okay, I gotta say, that's a very comfortable and impressive formula. And it looks matte, but it feels creamy. The color is stunning. So the color was, what was it? Misty Taupe. It's like a honey beige. I am very impressed with the formula, the application, and the color. I like that a lot. Okay, I like that a lot. Let's try the Fat Matte from NYX. This is in, like I said, Rose Robe. Oh, it is one of these. Like a clicky ones. Hello. Oh, there we go. That's the color. It's definitely more rose than this. Let me see if I can take this off and just use it as like lip liner. Let's try the NYX Matte Lippy. This smells a little fruity. Similar formula. This one is more opaque though. Okay, this one is more opaque. It feels a little thicker on the lips. Like more comes off immediately. The color is beautiful though. Definitely more rosy. Definitely like creamier on the lips. But I think I prefer the other one. It felt thinner on the lips. Beautiful color though. That's a really nice like rosy, darker taupe on me. Not bad, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna take this one off too. Again, I like both colors, but I think I prefer the Revolution formula. And we're gonna try the one from Morphe, the one in Hitched Honey, because I think this one is a bit more glossy. Ooh. But you can like take it up and you can take it down again. This smells more like sweet vanilla, and this is definitely more of a honey color. Definitely warmer. Apply a little bit more of this one from Revolution as a lip liner, so we can go in with the... Oh, very glossy. Okay, more comes off immediately than I thought it was gonna do. This is like the mix between a glossy lipstick and one of those gloss in a stick, because it comes off more than I prefer. Like it's more product on the lip than I like. So I'm just gonna dot some on. This actually reminds me in formulation slightly, but this feels thinner, but slightly of the Fenty, like the glossy lipsticks. But this one does feel thinner on the lips, which I actually do prefer. Beautiful color though. It's like a peachy nude on me, but I do think that this would lean even warmer if you do not have a golden undertone, which I do have. So beware that this one that's called Hitched Honey, it's probably gonna look very, very warm if you have a cooler undertone. Okay, so I really wanna try one of these new Cheek Thrills by Morphe, but I also wanna quickly, this is gonna be me do a speed reviews of some products that I have been using. And I also want to mention I do have the Soft Bake Blush by Essence. I just recently got this one and I got it in the shade, I don't even know what shade I have, Think Pink. I got it in Think Pink and I just recently picked this one up. It is absolutely stunning. I haven't used it yet. I tried 3 products from Moira just before I left the US, and it is the Jelly highlighter. I got it in Icy Glow, which is like almost like a pinky gold sheen. These are nice, but very, very, very sparkly. If you do not love a sparkly highlighter, you will not like these. I also tried the Moira Marvelous Baked Blush, and I have it in Wedding Cake. And I also have the other blush formula they came out with. This is the Love Spell Powder Blush, and I have it in Double Glance. Both of these are a glowy, I would say, highlighter over blush formula. There is a lot of glow, but I don't think there's enough color. So if you want to try these formulas, I would say, I was thinking I was gonna go with like a subtle color with glow. These are more like a highlighter. So I would say if you want to go with something that's more of a blush than a highlighter, go for a darker color than I did, because they are very, and I mean very, very like icy, glowy on the cheeks. think more highlighter than blush. I also tried the e.l.f. Halo Glow Silky Powder Highlighter. I have it in Blush Money. I'd say this is very overrated. I don't love how this looks, and I think you can do much better, even in the drugstore price range. If you're gonna go for a highlighter, I think that one is pretty mediocre. I also have the NYX Buttermilk Sticks. I have two colors. I have My Melt Era and I have Melt Down. These are very glowy and very dewy on the cheeks. I will say it's easy to overdo it and it becomes sticky on the cheeks, but if you just use a little, it's creamy but not sticky, but it's very easy to overdo it and it becomes a little too creamy on the cheeks, let's say. So I have the Poolside Spritz, which is this like peachy orange. I think I'm gonna use the other shade actually, but let's open this one up and see what we have. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. Look at that. That's such a great like summer vacation. Look at this like orangey bronzy shade. That's so stunning. But I have been dying to try this one that is in Honeymoon Sweet. This is, both of these are two of the new colors, and that's why I bought them. This one is the more mauvey one. Look at that. I don't know what it is with me and more neutral blushes lately. I have been absolutely obsessed. I think we're gonna do this one. I'm gonna start with the cream. I'm just gonna do a little cream. I know you can do the cream last as well, but I like starting with the cream. And I'm just gonna do a little bit of the cream. That actually looks really good. I really love these trios by Morphe, and I was very impressed with the new colors. I really like that. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of the one in the bottom. I just wanna see how it like layers on. Yeah, it definitely layers on really beautifully. And then I'm gonna go in with the shimmery one in the middle, and I'm just gonna put some of that like on. Oh yeah, yep. That looks really stunning. Oof. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these more like neutral, almost cool tone cheeks on me. Because again, something neutral can look more cool toned on me, but I'm actually really enjoying that cheek. That looks really pretty. I do actually have also, like I said, I had a couple of those highlighters that I have been trying out, but I have actually the bronzer trio by Revolution as well. I got this one in golden medium, I think. Yes, golden medium, and it has a highlighter at the bottom. I didn't try that one today, but I think I'm gonna like that one too because I really like the blush trios by Revolution too. But I have this one. This is the blush icon, highlighter icon, and it has a cream and two powders. I think I'm gonna do, I will actually put it in. I did a little reel on Instagram just swatching these in sunlight. They looked very sparkly first, but then when I swatched them, they don't appear as sparkly when I swatched them. Some people said they looked a little chunky when I swatched them, but I will say, I think it's just because a lot of powder came off when I picked them up. They feel very finely milled. So we're gonna see how they actually are on the cheeks when we use them. I used the middle shade. And it picks up, like I said, quite, that's not a mirror. That is not a mirror. So we're gonna see if we put this on. Oh, that is so pretty. Like I said, it's not chunky at all. It's just very finely milled and a lot comes off. Yeah, I had a sneaking suspicion when I felt it, when I swatched it. I'm like, yeah, this will be nice. Yeah, that gave such a beautiful glow. Wow. Yeah, I will say, when I swatched the cream, it felt a little, not goopy, but a little balmy. But these powders, I'm actually very impressed. They're so finely milled and they look so good. I would say this comes in a bunch of different colors. It also comes in the blue. I would say don't sleep on these if you're looking for an affordable highlighter because looks so good. So I have one more thing to talk about, and that is something that I also picked up recently, and this is the Haute Precision liquid eyeliner from L'Oreal. And I have the burgundy and I have the green. These are like felt tip liners that are colored. And I kind of want to do a little bit of a liner situation, and maybe we'll go in with a little like sparkle or something. But I just want to make an easy look, and I wanted to make the cheeks be like the standout. And I love liners in colors, and I think I talked about that it was in my member video. If you want to see more tutorials, I do have a membership here on my channel where I have 60, almost 70 tutorials, like in-depth tutorials, if you want to see more content like that. And in the recent one, I talked about that I looked through my old looks from 2027 and 2017. Oh my god, I can't speak. 2017 and 2016. This was very easy to use, by the way. And I was using so much colored eyeliner, and I was like, I miss that. So I think that this will be a fun experience. I might need to hunch down though to the mirror I have in front of me. I will fix the mirror situation eventually. That looks really cool. I think the liner turned out pretty good, honestly. I'm kind of impressed with it. I'm kind of thinking that I'm gonna do a little bit of this highlighter, just like, because it's like a peach, pink, golden situation. And I might just do a little bit like a glow. Again, I'm not here to do like a full eye look. I don't feel like that is the jive today. I feel like this will be better. Just a liner. Can we bring back liners? I kind of miss doing liners, although I can't do as dramatic liners as I used to because of like the hoods and everything that comes with age. But I'm kind of enjoying just a little, look at me. Am I like Gen Z, Gen Alpha eye looks? It's really cute though. I'm gonna do just a little bit. This is an eyeliner by Tarte, but you could literally use whatever. And then I'm gonna use mascara. I'm currently using up the Half Magic Eye Electric. I really like this one too. It's a really good mascara. And I think that's gonna be the finished look. I am gonna put on a little bit of a half lash as well, because you know I love a good lash, but I mean the cheeks are really the star of the show. Okay, hear me out. I'm having such a good makeup day. These cheeks, they're looking so nice, and I really like how everything came together. The eyeliner is a pretty good eyeliner. If you hate the felt tip liner, you're not gonna like this eyeliner. I'm just saying it is as it is, but it did dry down completely matte, and it is a burgundy and the other one is a green, so at least they're giving you some cool, matte, colorful, wearable, colorful eyeliner at the drugstore. So I do think that that's a good idea. Overall, I am extremely impressed. My skin is looking and feeling amazing. If anything deteriorates or goes totally awry, I'll try and leave it in the comments, you know, if things goes awry. But I gotta tell you, I have a great feeling about this balm. I think this one might be a winner. Very, very impressed, and I'm loving how the cheeks are looking. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you tried any of these products, and let me know if you agree with me with my like quick reviews of the products that I have been trying out the past couple of months. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. Again, thank you so much, Dreamy, for sponsoring this video. I truly enjoy the LED mask. It's such a great addition to my skincare routine. So definitely don't forget to check them out at the top of the description box down below. I hope you're having an amazing, amazing day, and I will see you soon. I will actually see you soon in a new video.